Alright, hello. Oof, that is bright. Let us take care of that there. There we go. It looked better before I started, so I'm guessing the clouds have come out. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? And almost there? What is going on with my lighting? Here, let's see. Tried to type a spicy meme in the Discord and it said it was naughty. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I disabled that setting, so I don't know why it did that there. Oh, let me turn the music down. The music's really loud. There we go. And I'll turn that down just a little bit more in the Discord, or the settings. Perfect, okay. Alright, so why is this happening? Okay, cool. So we got that. So I guess I'm just going to have to manually reset these. So yeah, I was in 34. I don't know why it was having issues with that. Alright, we'll go back to the zoom again. And we're going to have to go a little closer. So, let's see, what is the right angle? These are the things I do beforehand, but it looked like it didn't like me, so... Alright, perfect. I mean, that's good enough, I guess. Hello, everyone. How are you today? I am a little scrambled. I went to go pick up some packages. I ordered some supplies from War World Gaming in the UK. Just some more grass tufts. We got some nice, thick grass tufts there. And we got some nice, short, dead grass tufts, just to showcase some of the other grass tufts that they make that I also have. Tufts. These are all very bright. And then we've got forest ground. So this one's got a bunch of little sticks in it in the likes. I'm a big fan of those ones. I use those ones all the time, actually. And then I had these ones, which were wild grass. Now, I thought when I bought these originally that these were going to be more similar to the dead grass. But you can see here, it's got this layer of green, which is not, I'm not a super fan of that. So, yeah, I thought I'd just share some supplies that I went and picked up. In case anyone else really likes static grass tufts. There's some that you can get that are not necessarily just army painters. Although the army painter ones are nice. They do have some flowers, which you don't really usually get otherwise. And then besides that, I just bought some bases. Unfortunately, I bought these bases not realizing that bases have upped in size to 32 millimeter. These are 25 millimeter, but whatever. I don't really care too much. And what's funniest too, actually, about that is that I had just shipped off a couple weeks ago. All of my bases that I had like that were official GW ones over to Berserker Works. Me and him traded some bases. So let me catch up with the chat here. Spicy memes. Mellow tunes. Tunes like tunes, like tunage. And hello, mellow miniatures. What else we got here? And then Meiji is Pringle Raccoon. I tried to send it to you. Well, kind of crazy. It's just a Titanic screenshot. Let me take a look at this, Paladin. Let me take a look at this. So you PM'd me. I have no PMs. You're welcome to PM it to me. I can share it. Ooh. It's not what you sent in, but I see that Tashi the horse is working on something cool right now. It was denied. Really? Discord won't let you send it to me as a personal message either? Wow. There must be something wrong with the link. Are you not? Are you able to just send it as an attachment? Ooh, this is... Maybe I shouldn't be touching this right now. It looks like there's release on this. Anyways, last thing I was going to share is that I bought some... Here, I'll move the light here. Picked up some terrain. So some nice hazardous, goopy terrain. So just like a bunch of toxic sludge. Good for wargaming in a modern or sci-fi setting. Because I liked the houses that I got from them last time, the destroyed houses. But I think that I have mold release on my gloves right now, so now I need to just go quickly wash that off. Because that is going to really mess up with my knees when I hold them. Alright, there we go. That was nice and quick and simple. There's not many companies I've bought from that use mold release and then send it to you like uncleaned. But for anyone who wants to try out stuff from Warworld Scenics, they do still have mold release on the models or this content when they ship it to you. I encountered the same thing when I got my last ones. Real simple fix up. You just have to wash it off with just a soft bristle toothbrush and either some hand soap or some soft dish soap. But enough of that. We don't care about that. We care about models. Let us continue on with our endless battle against... So last thing I was doing, I was just touching up the highlights. So once I finish up doing all the red here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start highlighting the black, because a lot of this is just pure black, and a lot of it needs touch up anyways, as you can see there. It looks like I need to actually put wash on some of the chest things still, because you can see this one is nice and touched up, but this one is left undone. But yeah. Yeah, I use snipping tool. I use what else? I use a software called Skitch for snipping tools, or you could always just like take a screenshot, copy and paste in MS Paint, make it a new file, whichever, you know. So yeah, what are you doing today? You guys having a good day? Helps if my camera is actually facing the thing. And actually, I'm gonna want to drop myself here. Snag yet another Primarch. Oh, exciting! What one? With the release of the Demon Primarchs, I was talking with Mylule, and me and her were in agreement that it is a crime that they have not released one for, what's his name? I can't remember. The Primarch of the World Eaters. Because his demon form is... he's real nasty. I suspect I never used the base on this one. So let's fix that. Because it looks like I'm going into a really fast transition on here, and that's not what I want. There we go. Let's fix that up. Now we're just going to do a bunch of quick and dirty stuff on here. So I was surprised. I found out something. I found out people have been watching the VODs for these old Space Marines. And like in much higher numbers than my VODs usually get, like at least twice as many views. which I thought that was kind of surprising. I'm not. I mean, like, okay, realistically, like, Warhammer is the most popular miniatures game, undeniably. No matter how I feel that other companies should get some, spotlight, it is the most successor. And it brings a lot of people into the hobby, right? Regardless of any feelings I might have on the matter. So when I saw that, I felt happy. I felt happy. I had a lot of mixed feelings about it, because my thing is I really want to bring content to people that's not just Warhammer. And the one time I'm doing Warhammer, it's getting a lot more attention. So my hopes is that the people that were watching those VODs, stick around and hopefully get to see some of the other companies and content that I bring. Things like Malleus Miniatures or Hardcore Miniatures. Some of the stuff I've done from Frostgrave, or I haven't done their official models on stream yet. I've been assembling them. What else? Greenbrier Games, I've painted on stream. Reaper, obviously, but Reaper's big enough they don't really need a whole lot of advertising. But I am officially a Reaper partner, so I probably shouldn't say that. I don't know. I think Reaper's really big. But yeah, had a whole basket of feelings. Drinking coffee on stream today, I really hope that doesn't give me too jittery of a hand. So I'm gonna have to not drink it too fast. And all these little like bleed outs, we don't really want to pay too much attention to that right now. We're just gonna be focusing on just getting the highlights, and we can do touch up afterwards. Yeah, Bones Kickstarter. Let's see here. I'm totally far behind. Angry Blood Boy, very well. It is Squig Day coming up. It is. Angron, that's his name. Thank you. I catch VODs when I can as well. Creature Caster deserves more love. Creature Caster is... So, if you frequent Twitch often enough, Creature Caster gets a good amount of love, or at least they do on Instagram. I know a few people that are sponsored from Creature Caster. So, for example, Outsider Miniatures, Browntown Games. Three of us live in the same general vicinity, and those two are Creature Casters sponsored. But mind you, we also live in the city that Creature Caster is in, so... take a peek before you sleep. Hello, Tashi! Nice to see you. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff at the Reaper con. And that's this weekend. Yeah, and Mellow Miniatures, I think, is going to be doing some stuff for Squig Day. Love a sponsorship partnership one day. So, Mellow Miniatures, a partnership with Reaper is the easiest. My understanding is they do not look at what your follower size is. If you want, I can send you the thing that I got. Giggling Geekette is who told me how to apply for the partnership, but it's not it's not like they're going to send you free miniatures. It's a little bit more salesy than that. Is it next weekend? I thought it was this weekend. I could be wrong. Check their website. I'm clearly out of the loop. Clearly I'm saying things I don't understand. I thought it was this weekend. I could totally be wrong. I am not a good sponsor partner, apparently. I don't even know what my partner is doing. Anyone going to be watching that? I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, whatever. I feel like I need to redilute this. Use a drop. There we go. Mix that all up. Mix it all up. There we go. So we know that you need to actually remember what your Twitch name is. Maiji? Am I pronouncing that right? Maiji the Mage? So Maiji got their hands on another Primarch model. What about the rest of you? Mage the Mage. Classic. I think this guy did not get the treatment. This guy's all like still super like. Ugh. All right, go here. Because you added the E at the end of it, it looks like it would be taking influence from Japanese spelling and pronunciation, in which that would be pronounced Maiji, or Maije, because the E is phonetic and not silent. And the I would be closer to an E pronunciation. So it'd be like Maiji. For anyone who is interested in Japanese. That's why why Raiden is actually the more anglicized name of the demon slash god. Because it's actually Raijin, who is partnered with Fujin. And while they are considered gods, they're also, if I recall correctly, they're also Oni. If you take a quick look at their art, that'll be quickly revealed that Raijin and Fujin are not your friends. They became more revered later on, but originally they were just Oni and were out to eat children. Which makes sense because they're like the personification of like thunderstorms, right? Oh, you're heading out. What's going on, Tashi? And good night, Cry. Why? What's going on? What chapter am I painting? So this is the Exorcist successor chapter. What is going on here with my computer? Stop that. What is going on? Cut that out. No, get out of here. Okay. This clearly needs to go somewhere else. I've got like a tray. Nope, not flesh terrors. They are I mean, it's not super easy yet because the black is still very black and not dark gray, like it's kind of supposed to be. Let's see here. No, that's not it. The sun is out to get me. There we go. Alright, so let's get that there. I wonder what happened to Tashi. I wonder if Tashi pinged me. Nope. That's too bad. I didn't get to tell Tashi how cool their model was looking. Oh well. Sounds like maybe they were getting disconnected or they were having a bad connection. But yeah, no. Exorcists. Their color scheme is depending on like what version you're looking at. Dark red, and then based off the reference photos, it's hard to tell if it's a dark gray, like that's just like coated dark gray, or if it's supposed to be metallic. So that's something that's a little, I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, what question do you got? I will answer to the best of my abilities. Who should I have done next? Oh, jeez, I have no idea. I don't know. The ones that I'm most familiar with are Angron out of there. So I would just say Angron. I'm not too familiar with the lore to be able to make a good recommendation. Like, I don't... My Warhammer lore is really just limited to, like, who I look up. So, like, I only know as much as I do about the Exorcists because I was looking for who to paint, and these are the guys I landed on. Oh my god, that looks terrible. No, that is awful. Let me fix that up. That did not sit well. Let's see here. I mean, I would have to see the models. Do you have links? I don't know if you're using like the Forge World models or if you're using the like certain third-party models. I've seen the Agron model where he's like shoving people to the side as he just goes and continues to blast. Like that one's a really cool looking model. Yeah, you could do that. Go for it. With the timeline, I think he was wearing yellow armor. Because they hadn't yet changed their scheme. But yeah, go for it. You can DM me. I don't mind. So heads up, I don't have my keyboard available to me right now. But I will happily take a look. So anyway, I started blasting. Oh, that's too funny. And there I was. Everyone was dying. So I just started blasting. Gosh. Yeah, I ended up picking Exorcists because Wolf Parable and Colin were telling me about them. And they are hands down some of the coolest, like, chapter, I think. So it's a super, super secretive chapter, much like the Grey Knights. They're the only known successor to the Grey Knights. It's not known when they were founded, and they were an experiment to see if they could make Space Marines that were unusually resilient to possession. So, as part of their like initiation or like their training and stuff, they have to voluntarily get possessed, stay possessed for a short manner of time, and then get exorcised and survive the exorcism. So that, I heard that and I'm like, well, that's like the most metal thing I think I've ever heard. So yeah, I wanted to paint exorcists. Because already, as it is, like the Grey Knights are like some of my favorite, my favorite chapter. just go around slaying demons. Imperial fist or bust. That's right. You were saying in Giggling Geekettes stream, always yellow Marines. Shout over the images to my DMs. When you phrase it like that, it's a little weird, but I will take a look. Excellent. I see them. Ooh, who's that one? That's a cool looking one. This one I think is the coolest looking one. Who is this? The Horus character series. Okay. I have no idea who it is. But the dude with the hammer and the wrist-mounted guns, that's really cool. I say that one. Distinctly just on like a cool factor. So it just started blasting. Oh man. Let's see here. I was looking earlier today at old Space Marines because so I started painting Chaos Marines at the release of the Dark Vengeance box set, but I vaguely remember like I was remembering, I was like, I feel like when I first started, like around 2010, around that time, 2009, I was like, I vaguely remember like Chaos Marines looking really boring, and I was like, oh, why do I remember them that way? So I went and I took a look at like the 6th and 5th edition Chaos Space Marines, and then I remembered why I thought they were boring back then. Because they didn't have a cool trim. Basically, they were like these Space Marines, but with horns, or like a horn, or a spike, or like a weird ponytail. And I was like, that's right. You guys were really, hey, Mini Apocalypse, how's it going, buddy? You've been doing really good at making Squig Day, a lot bigger this year. Good job. I've been telling people that like you've kind of been the pushing force for making Squig Day a thing. It's nice to see you, bud. I'm gonna be heading out now. Have a go in there, Mage the Mage. Yeah, have a wonderful rest of the day. Paladin. Oh, by the way, the multicultural skin tones with Mocha is on Friday. Yes, I am very, very looking forward to that, that painting lesson. I'm going to do everything I can to make that because... I mean, anyone who's seen my Instagram knows that I try very hard to make it so I'm not just painting white dudes. So that like bothers me. I'm like a very personal level. It's like in my D&D group, I am one of the only 2 white people, and I think like when you have like nothing but white, minis, it's weird. It's really weird. Like imagine like my players, if considering that they are largely a non-white play group, and their dungeon master only lays down like white minis. It's kind of weird It'd be like, hey, Chris, we're noticing. That would be a terribly awkward conversation. So I do everything I can to make sure I'm not just laying down white dudes. It's not realistic. It doesn't accurately portray the real world. So, like, why? Why do that? 100th mini-apocalypse is just hopping from stream to stream saying Squig Day. Well, if you're still here, just want you to know I appreciate your good work there, Miniocalypse. Me and Mrs. Miniocalypse were praising you in your efforts over at Valley Dweller stream. It's like fascination with male sculpts and miniatures too. I am, yes, thank you, Mellow Miniatures, thank you. I am so weirded out by that. It's like the Space Marines can only be male thing. It's really stupid. It's really, really stupid. And like, it's only the fans who say Space Marines can only be male. Because like, if you look at, if I recall, because like, there's all the Primarchs or whatever, and there are the two that were forgotten by time, right? I don't think it's, I could be wrong, but I don't think it inherently says that those two Primarchs were sons. Maybe it does. I don't know. But like, I don't see why. Like what? Like, just let people make, like, sculpt their own female Space Marines. Like, people need to get over themselves. I hate people. It's the least mellow thing I could say. Yeah, no, it can be really hard to find cool female models. So, in my for D&D and fantasy players, you guys will be interested in this. In my Discord, you know, there's the list to end all lists of miniatures. There is one company there that and it's just for female player character miniatures. They're the same guys who do like Badgers and Burrows minis. So go check them out. I don't have the exact thing right now, but like, I totally recommend that. I know WizKids puts in a good effort to have like enough female minis. It's not perfect, but they do try. For example, the official WizKids unpainted Stone Giant. What is it? It's the Stone Giant, the Fire Giant, and there's a third one. I can't remember who the third one is. But those are all female giants in those ones. Let's see. The Hill Giant is male, the Stone Giant was female, the Fire Giant was female, the Frost Giant was male. The Cloud Giant was female, and then the Storm Giant was male. They split it up 50-50. And I thought that was super cool of them. Artisans Guild is okay, but like, they're almost all the female miniatures that they make are just hypersexualized. It's kind of uncomfortable. And that's one of the things that I find most often is that when there are some good female sculpts, they're usually done by like, just they're a little pervy, and that's really frustrating. I mean, if you guys want, I have like, go check out the that list. If you search for boroughs, like if you just do a Control F in the spreadsheet, you'll find the company. Hero Forge is all right. I don't know. They've gotten a lot better. I find theirs are very specific to a certain style. Just artistic wise, like in terms of style, it's not my favorite. So for myself, that's a personal preference, though, right? There's nothing wrong with that. And yeah, they totally do a pinup model for every month, but I don't know. I don't see why. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be nitpicky. It's something that's kind of always bothered me. Like, yeah, it would bother me less if there was like male pinups. And that's not a joke either. Oh, there's totally an audience for it. Yeah, there's absolutely an audience for that. And like, you know what? Like the thing is, like pinup is art, right? Like pinup is art, burlesque is art. Like they're not necessarily pornographic. It's just like to do it. I don't know. I would feel less weird about it if the modeler wasn't just one guy, and I do know that is the case with Artisans Guild. It's just one very. Oh well, whatever. There's lots of available companies. There's lots of available sculptors. It's not just Artisans Guild. And that's the reason why I have the list that I made in the spreadsheet in the Discord server, right? So that everyone knows what kind of options there are. You know, I don't do a library of STL files yet because it's really hard to keep up with that market, especially when I can just like list people like, hey, go check out like My Mini Factory and like 2 other websites and you'll find everything, right? Well, I mean, so here's the thing though. I do agree that it exists because there is a demand for it. But not everything that has a demand gets acknowledged, right? Like squats. Why does GW not make squats anymore? There's clearly a demand for squats. And I guarantee you, there's a demand for sexy male miniatures. There is. And it is absolutely not adhered to demand. Hey, Loki, how's it going? Dragged in by the turtles, eh? We're talking about pinup miniatures. Oh man, I totally missed that half. Ugh. This is like so watered down right now. Ugh. Let's see, am I able to get any actual paint out of that? No, of course not. It's too thinned out. Alright. You know what? I'll just do that. Oh, whoa! Loki! Well then, thank you. I know we were having the discussion yesterday, but holy heck, buddy. Thank you dearly. Yeah, no, you left me a little speechless right there. Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, there is a donation button down on in the panels. The chat bungled, so I missed. No, just endless thank yous to you, buddy. That was holy heck, holy heck. Yeah, no, that's gonna go towards something cool. Dang, dude, thank you. You missed, actually. I was showing some things earlier today. So for everyone's hobby needs, if anyone's not familiar with Warworld Scenics or Warworld Gaming, so what I've got here, I just got your Christmas bonus today. Felt like sharing a little bit. Well, dude, that's sincerely grateful. I'm very grateful for that. Yeah, holy heck. So I have to tax claim Mellow Miniatures now. So this right here is a environmental hazard that I've managed to pick up from Warworld Gaming, or Warworld Scenics. So it's gonna make like a toxic deluge. I've got these guys in the damned taxes. Yeah, well, you know, I like our education and our health system, so I just have to keep reminding myself that. At the end of the day, that's where it's going for. You know, paying for the bills of the public workers in the health industry that are saving all of our lives right now. You know, and the roads that get us to work. Taxes are good. Taxes are good as long as they're not being misused. Yeah. So these are really cool. They're in the spreadsheet on the Discord server. It looks like this one got banged up. I can see a little bit of cracks there, but that's okay. It should be fine. It's pretty sturdy stuff. You can also get them in... I got these from Amazon, actually, and not just from their web store, so you can get them from a few places. Heads up, they do use a release mold, or like a release agent, so before you prime them, you do have to wash them. And they came with smaller pools, too, and stuff, and like these are great for, like, you know, deadly terrain or difficult terrain. I've got my neon, my fluorescent green paint, which I'm going to be using for that. Had to remind myself all the time when I saw, oh man, the more you make, the more taxes you pay. But it's a good system that way. It is an important system. I just have to remind myself every time, so I don't get sad. But yeah, so what else I was going to show here? I also got some, what do you call them? Static tufts. So these have adhesives on the bottom. So if I was ever to say, you know, want to pull one out, I can pull one out as an example here. So they come in a little sheet of 100. So this is 100 of them. And, you know, you can either peel them off with your finger. They've just got this little static, or not static, you know, light glue adhesive. But I always add a little bit of glue on the bottom. Personally, I find these are quite large for bases. So what I usually end up doing is I'll take like just a pair of scissors, and I'll usually cut these in half, and then I'll apply them, or even into threes. You're 1 month wage away from 52% top taxation because of that. To earn more money. Oh yeah, no, that is that. I know that feeling. Yeah, you just gotta. I mean, obviously, I don't know your country's tax laws, but it also depends on like, you know, um, how many taxes you can claim, so that you can drop that bracket. Um, I usually have to claim as much as I can, but I still pay a buttload of taxes. But yeah, as we all do, right? But thank you so dearly again, dude. I can't express how much I appreciate that. You don't like Tufts. You think that they're weird and they rarely work. Prefer ones that look unrealistic in weird colors and stuff. You know what? Yeah, for like alien plants and stuff, I totally get that. Here, here, one sec. I'll show you how I actually use them. Yeah, come on here. There we go. So, just a couple examples. Because I do agree, if you use them out of the package the way they are, they can look really weird. I am 100% on board with what. So just grabbing. Come on. So in my experience, they work best on very large models. So I'll go in and I'll take out the zoom here. So like on this one here, I used a combination of, maybe I will use the zoom. There we go. I'll just like use a prong as a pointer. So I did use a combination of them. So you know, I've got one here. This is actually a static grass tuft. And but like these aren't like a full size, right? Like this one, and this one are all one that I cut up into 3 pieces. And like you have to use them in a combination of ways. Like for example, in this one here, we can see that there's a whole bunch of static grass tufts. Sometimes in this situation, I used them uncut. And I think I actually combined a couple of them together just to really like try and sell that, you know, nature is wild, right? And this one I think is probably one of the best applications I've ever used them on. I used it on a cliff, right? So we can see like it looks like they're, you know, a little bit of grass life that is growing where it can. Meanwhile, compared to this one, I think this was probably the first time I was applying them, and I was still getting used to them. Because I'm not a huge fan of how these ones look here. This one's all right, but it's still a little weird, right? But I do think that they can work, and obviously do what makes you the happiest, right? Like, in the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you're trying to impress, unless you're in like a painting competition. But like I use combinations of like tea leaves, static grass, moss. Like I use all sorts of things. I have a big jar of just uncrushed white tea, and I use that more than anything else. Want to see me paint dragons again? Make that happen somehow. I think ramble rant. Oh man, here, let me take a look here. I'm totally behind, so I'm going to take a look here. That looks super duper. I'm wanting to make something similar. What were you wanting to make? I missed. What were you wanting to make? Something similar. Remind yourself, same. Actually, going to start playing around with ZBrush. Oh man, ZBrush is really cool. Trying to reaffirm the 3D education and print them on your own resin printer. Oh dude, that would be so cool.
1 month wage away from the top bracket. Ugh, yeah, that's scary. Let's see here. Don't like the Tufts, and that's what brought me out to pulling these out here. I saw some super awesome ones in pink and purple. Yeah, no, the really alien ones look really cool. I am in full agreement with that. And they can really sell that like you're on like it's alien foliage. Like the moment like it's like pink or purple or blue. Oh, at the base with the pipe sewer thing. That's right. That's what it was. I knew that once, and then I forgot it. Actually, before I run away, so this, if you guys are wondering what this green moss is and how I did that, that was turf. I took very extra fine turf, and then I mixed it with PVA glue, and I used it like a texture paste, and I applied it with an applicator. Now I gotta put these things away, so I will be right back. My apologies. I just want to do a little bit of demonstrations, you know, maybe break up the stream from Space Marines. I do have a few dragons I need to take care of, but the tip that you gave there is going to go towards something a bit bigger. A little bit bigger. All right, I'm back to painting. Oh, you're cutting up the matchsticks right now. From their sulfur heads? What? Being on your side in a jumbled order. You're just so fast, that's all. Cutting up the matchsticks, separating them. Oh, from their sulfur heads. Yeah. The match head. I understand now. Let's see. Go back to here. I've got that, and then go over here. Exposure. Time to start doing these here. Got really dark. It's really cloudy today. Yeah, no, there is a couple of... So those big adult WizKids dragons, what I'm wanting to do with those eventually is repaint some of them. Some of them are okay, but like some of the others, just not my cup of tea with how they handled the paint jobs. But I think the one that is in most need of a repainting would be what's his face, Niv Mizzet. He was one of the special minis that they did. So like, you know, whenever they come up, they'll have like buy a flat incentive. You know, kind of like in Magic the Gathering, like there'll be like this one card that's alternate art, and that's the incentive to buy a booster box. They'll do the same thing, except like the paint jobs are atrocious. So I really want to fix him up. He looks so bad. I was telling your brother that he bought 6,000 matches and cut off their heads, and he was immediately turning scary with the ideas. Oh yeah, no. There is a certain book that mentions a lot of things that you can do with match heads. And I'm not going to say anything else besides that. Because I don't want to get flagged. I don't want to get flagged after my very first donation. Or tip, sorry. I am not a charity, but it is a tip. I am a service provider. Alright. Nope, still need to go brighter on that. Learned recently that you enjoy painting miniatures much more than bigatures. I love bigatures. I love bigatures so much. Like, the only thing here that I am wanting to paint significantly is, like, this dreadnought in the background. Because it's the largest thing here. He's a licensed pyrotechnic? Ooh, that's cool. Pyrotechnics are very cool. Does he, like, do it for, like, construction? Does he do pyrotechnics for, like, film? Or is it for, like, celebration events, like holidays? Or does he just really like things that go bang? I hate painting dreadnoughts. They're so boring. Well, you know what, Loki? You can send me all the dreadnoughts you don't want to paint. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Man, heck. So I got that there. A little bit of that. A little bit of that's too gloopy. A little bit of that. I can see, like, the pigment is not good. Which bottle was it that I was using? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Which reminds me, for the first time ever, you have all the Hellbrutes home. Your trilobe is together, and you're going to have to do a picture. Working on it for like 2.5 years. Ooh! I like Hellbrutes. Is it the latest Hellbrute that doesn't have a face? Or is it like the... Like, which version of the Hellbrutes? Is it the original Hellbrute, like the metal model one? I feel like this guy may or may not have ever had his thing. One is the GW, the others are custom converted sculptures. Ooh, that's awesome. who was it? I think it was Mage the Mage. They go by Raccoon in a Pringle can in the Discord server. Oh no, wait. I think it was somebody else. Who was it? Somebody in the Discord server was talking about using some really cool Age of Sigmar models for converting into Hellbrutes. And they were like the rat ones. And I thought that was a really cool idea. I don't know if you saw that. Colin was replying to them about that. Why is GW in the other? Oh, right, no, I already read that. Oh, nope, there's a new message now. Struggling with lighting in your apartment. Oh, I hear you. So, I only... it is only as a stroke of luck that I have a lighting rig. We happen to already have one for other projects that were worked on and other hobbies, so that is the only reason I am lucky enough to have one inside my home. Not something I would normally have otherwise. Oh, sounds like it might be feeding time. I wonder, am I able to write down things on my overlay? Let's find out. So give me 1 second, guys. I just need to go feed the kitty cats. Heck, come on. Get over here. Yeah. Gotta go do cat dad things. No, miniatures. Stopped watching for a bit. Took a look for your brown. Heading off to catch up with a friend. Oh, yeah. Sounds good. No worries. Unless I'm the friend. Am I the friend? I have no idea. Before you go, okay, so you are going to catch up with a friend. Yeah, I'm super looking forward to that. I'm going to be heading off to the post office tomorrow to send you your package. So me and other Mellow are going to be working on a project together, which should be exciting. But let's take a look here. If I go here. So I'm just going to do this quickly here. Can I add just text? I can. So I just go feeding the cats. Be right back. If I do that. Bold. Oh, cool.
Feeding the cats. Be right back. Oh, it's like way over there. Okay, and then I can go in here. All right, I will. There we go. Be right back, guys. Alright, guys, I am back. I am just getting my gloves back on here. I cannot hear my music.
So I might need to just adjust my headphones for a second. So when that happens, you'll hear just a little delay in the music. Oh, it's trying to work. It's trying. Oh man, it's so bad right now. Oh, why do you look at that? No, this is garbage. And this is before Paint. Ah, yes, that's right. You were sending a thing, and I opened up the screenshot. Ooh, I remember you sending the one photo before. That is so cool looking. Oh, hey! Would you look at that? Okay, 1 second here. This is torture on my ears right now. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Come on. Alright. Output. Oh, okay, cool. So I see that you've got a venerable dreadnought that you modded, and then the one is actually the exact dreadnought here from Blackreach, or Assault on Blackreach. I can tell because the mark right there. And then the other one looks like it is a modded Hellbrute from... Nice. Very nice. Oh no, the video feed is horrible. Well, you could always go to YouTube. YouTube usually has a bit better. Just washed in a toilet. Yeah, if anything is ever too bad, you can always go and take a look here. YouTube.com. And then Mellow Minis. And it should be live right now. Yeah. So I'll just send a link. Got the link from the Discord announcement. Perfect. Yes. I don't bother sharing the Facebook one with anyone. I'm not the world's biggest fan of Facebook. Nothing evil about it. It just, I don't like Facebook culture. There's plenty of great people on Facebook. All my friends are on Facebook, but I keep a good arm's distance away from Facebook. All right, cool. So I am going to do a few things on this here. A few things here. Nope, that doesn't want to work. All right, cool. Well, fine then. We'll just do this. Make sure that there's water in here. There's a little bit. I'll fill it up a little bit more. Hey, there you are. Oh no, now it actually links my identity to my Twitch person. Now I have to play nice, and there's a whole 726 teenage crap in my name. I mean, do any of us have a professional YouTube? I mean, like, I suppose I do, but only because I'm streaming on YouTube and I have a YouTube channel. Got him. Oh, you're too funny. It's all good, guys. It's all good. There are a few awesome project videos they did back university. Ooh, well, you know what? I'll have to maybe check that out. I mean, I'm the only one that can see what your username is, as a heads up. Like, no one else can see it because I don't have a chat feed. So I think chat feeds are weird. This is weird. I don't want to chat on YouTube. No, that's valid. That's valid. Let's see here. This YouTube nonsense. Perfect. Well, hopefully the video buffering isn't too terrible for you. Sounds like it didn't want to play nice. Yeah, I signed up for the Patreon for One Page Rules not too long ago, and I was playing around with the army lists that they have, because they have a document where you can list off. I think the intention is to create your own list of armies, like. Just like make it easier for you to know what you're deploying and the like. However, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is the intended use, but I was writing my own list of armies for like my own faction the other day. I was having a little bit of fun with that. I didn't finish, obviously. And most certainly, it's not plus tested or balanced. But I thought it was just kind of something fun to do. Whoa, that is a cat hair right there. Get that out of there. Yoink. Ugh. So I have the miniatures from the Doom board game, which are pretty okay. Some of them are better than others. Whoop. Okay, good. No rush there. So I'm looking forward to trying that out, in a world where I get to play with friends. Oh man, I think I totally missed out on Mia's stream today. Did Mia not stream today? I have to take a look at my phone. I was running so behind today. There we go, that's a little bit more personality to it. And touch up the skull that's in the middle there. Not just make it the same as the wings. And I'll add some highlights to that later. So what I'm doing right now is this isn't a pure metallic metal. This is a metallic with gray paint mixed in it. It's just going to make it easier to do highlights later on. Hey, Wolf Parable! Nice to see you. Orcator! There was a lot of conversation going on earlier today that I totally missed out on. I have so much backlog to read. Oh, jeez. I just said it looks like Thrall, you know. If we had been in Corona isolation for 9 months. Oh, jeez. You guys. And I don't think anyone's ever going to hate on your paint jobs there, Wolf Parable. You're far too good. I mean, is there any other team worth playing than the Horde? I'm sorry, but Alliance is just, like, not cool compared to, like, the Horde. You got zombies, you got, like, obviously the orcs, you got Minotaur. Or Tauren, whatever. As long as you see an old, frail orc, you say for the Horde. I mean, old, frail orc, isn't that like a paradox? I think it's a little hard to be an old, frail orc. If I recall correctly, they died pretty young. Not because of old age. Just, you know, most of them don't get to see old age. An old orc is a survivor. Maybe he was a pig farmer. I mean, he could have just been not a fighter. You know, maybe he worked in agriculture. These are valid points. These are valid points. Okay. In fairness, Lucky Loki, being a Viking was an occupation. It was a lot more than just a culture. But yeah, only those who died as warriors and heroes get to go to Valhalla. Gosh darn it, come on. Yes and no. I mean, so like the actual Vikings that we think of was an occupation, but like, you could also make the argument that a Viking is a culture that had Vikings in it. I mean, both work, but Viking proper was an occupation. Yeah, and obviously they weren't, going on raids every single day. Obviously, they had other skills in their lifestyle that they utilized. But a lot of there's a lot of misconceptions that have been created due to like popular media and just lack of accurate information, because it's a very old culture, right? Well, no, I'm not arguing about your ancestry. What I'm saying is that there's that's all. Because, like, I think what a lot of people don't understand, too, is because, like, the reason why I'm saying this at all, right, is the paleontologists that go and analyze, like, the corpses of Vikings often find, like, there were Scottish Vikings, there were Irish Vikings, right? Like it wasn't just something that was set to one culture. It was a magnitude of cultures. Because more often than not, like it wasn't just like go to a country, kill everyone, and then come back. The people that would get invaded and raided, more often than not, got integrated into the culture. Yeah, yeah, exactly. There's the culture of Vikings, and then there's Vikings. Exactly. But yeah, no, it is a very interesting, fascinating history, and I think the only reason I speak up about it at all is I think it's unfortunate that there's a lot of misconstrued information because this one movie that had no historical references or TV show became popular and ended up setting a whole lot of information that was wrong. Because it's just like the idea that Vikings had helmets on their heads. It's absolutely inaccurate. It's cool imagery, but it's totally inaccurate, which is unfortunate because sometimes cool is just like cool, and sometimes I would like it to be true. Every time I see horns on a Viking helmet, I'm ranting for 30 minutes about the idiocracy of horns on helmets. I mean, like, it's not useful. It's actually more dangerous to the wearer than not, because you're giving someone a handle to grab your head with. And I think that originated in opera, didn't it? It's very silly stuff. Yeah, no. Vikings settled a great deal of land. Hi, Ganon. They wanted to fight and die and do so honorably, and dying in the hand of someone who's missing his trousers isn't honorable. No, that's very true. I think thing is too, right? Like a lot of people it's all about what your cultural values are. And for a large part too, right? Like a lot of people even today like don't necessarily want to reach an old age because they associate old age with frailty and needing to have someone take care of you, right? Whereas others with like for example like really strong family values want to see the next generation. They want to know their grandchildren. They want to do all those things, right? A lot of it comes down to personal values and others to cultural values. I, for myself, if I'm like, I would like to not die young, But if I'm sick, old, and frail, I don't want to have that existence either. But it all depends, right? Like, yeah, I'm not like, if I need to be in a wheelchair, I need to be in a wheelchair, whatever. Like, that's, people deal with that every day of their lives. In some situations, it's not ideal, but it's not the worst. But like, if I can't, if I can't do the things that I like, and I can't find ways to achieve them, then it's a different story. And I understand there's a lot of privilege in saying that, and I'm not in that situation right now, right? My best buddy, one of my best friends, his leg ended up having to be amputated, and he lives a very full life. Like, life with a missing limb can still be very fulfilling. Especially in modern day medicine. Oh yeah, no, exactly. You can't control what your life and your death is. Or you can't control what your death is. You can control your life, not your death. Yeah, unless you choose to initiate it. That's a whole different subject altogether. For myself, I definitely want to have a family. So, if I can have kids, awesome. If I can have kids, that's really cool too. That's something that I would like to have. Do I want to bring kids into a pandemic, and if we don't really feel like our feet are settled? Not exactly. I would like to, if I'm going to bring kids in, I want to make sure that they're well taken care for, or taken care of. So, pandemic's got to end before that can happen. The gods will not do anything for you. You have to do that yourself. So I live every day, try to enjoy myself, share my being and my resources. And if I die tomorrow, I know that I did that. Yep. No. This is exactly the case. You don't know what tomorrow brings. So you have to make sure that you enjoy today. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Isn't that why they call it the present? I remember someone saying that. No one knows what the future brings, so cherish the present. Tell those stupid stories you'll never let me forget. What? Give me a second. I missed the last one. Let's see here. So, God's not die, concept becomes pointless. I told my family if I die after the ceremony, go drink, have a party, celebrate my life. And don't spend a lot of money on a casket. Oh yeah, no, caskets are a scam. Put me in a pine box, dump me wherever. I'm not in there. I'm in the meat and beer pour your face afterwards. So it's a stupid stories you'll never let me forget and keep telling me. Yeah, according to Master Ogui, or Ube. Yeah, no, my family refuses to call them funerals. I don't see any issue with the term funerals, but they always call it a celebration of life. So, you know, I just go along with them. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with calling it a celebration of life. I mean, in my private home, I call it a funeral because I think, you know, a funeral is for the living. The funeral is not for the dead. It's for the living. Ukwe. I need to try and remember who Ukwe is. Hi, Ganon. Meow. Hi, come here. Hi, buddy. Hello. Oh, is he from Avatar? No. Was that Avatar? Who's Uwe? Goodness gracious, I need to search this now. Ah, Oogway was the turtle. Turtle from Kung Fu Panda. There we go. I was like, I know who this is. Why can't I remember? Hi! Are you gonna come up here? Get away from your fruit bowl. Come on. No. Come on. Come up here. Come on. Come up and be lovely. No. Don't be a jerk. There we go. My grandmother's funeral, there were 70-ish people at the wake, my family, the close people there. Sitting in the corner, laughing, making fun, acting silly, childish. Some of the older family, yeah, gave the evil eye. Yeah, no. Generations are like that, right? At my grandpa's funeral, he said he asked specifically for nobody to be sad, which is a pretty tall order, but that was his wish. Is he wanted no one to be sad, and he wanted everyone just get drunk and have a big party. So that's what my family's like. It was on my mother's side. I wonder if I know that from Kung Fu Panda or if I know it from somewhere else. I know I've heard that that phrase cycle itself around numerous locations before, but because it's very true, it's very accurate. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to grab myself a glass of water. I am a little parched. So hold that out. It's delicious. Is this one Canadian or is this one American?
I don't know. I found it at Connell's. We found it in.
It's American.
So,
High fructose corn syrup.
never mind.
Fun fact: in Canada, our pop uses sugar and not high fructose corn syrup. All right, let's read this here. Stupid story time. This morning, waking up to your new kind of your new interest. Wanted to make coffee and have an espresso maker. Made some homemade cappuccinos. Wanted to clean the milk frother, and thought, hey, I'll take this cloth, hold it steady, and open the steam and rub it off clean. It'll be okay. Have a big piece of cloth around it. Yep. Got to burn your hand. Yep. The now time. That's really funny. I like that. And the future is called ahead time. Back time. The barbarian language roots are showing. Oh gosh. I mean, that's like fall versus autumn. I like autumn. Autumn's has a nice ring to it. Unlike, the fall of the season. The leaves are falling. Not quite as nice. I mean, I don't know. I think there's something to be said for having a poetic language, and there's something to be said for having a simplistic language. I think both have, I don't think one is necessarily better than the other. Simplicity can be a very beneficial thing to have. Where before the year spring. Summer, yeah, so Mar is where we get it from. After the years, and then winter is winter. Winter, yeah, because the W is actually a double V in Latin, I want to say. Or maybe that was in Germanic, I can't remember. But yeah, W is V originally. Okay, so we've got that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a bunch of that. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to mix these two reds. You know what? Loki, you... Hello, Warlock's Quill. Nice to see you. Bonsoir. Although soon enough it won't be bonsoir anymore. The sun will still be up, but I know that where we live, the sun falls pretty early in the day today. So until then, bonsoir. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. The cats were fed before the stream today so that I don't get interrupted as much. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hi. You gonna come and be lovely, or are you gonna be just demanding? You haven't figured it out yet? Hi. Gonna come be lovely? You're just walking around in circles right now. Don't use W, it's in our language, but oh hey, Valley, nice to see you. Day jobness, I totally understand. Well, thank you for choosing me as your audio of choice in the background. Ganon, don't be a jerk. And I totally went over my lens. That's too bad. That's okay. I'll just fix it after. I mean, I would just like to say that at least in terms of English, Q is a useless letter. Q can be done by K. C is also a useless letter. It only has one feature that is unique to it, which is the ch sound. And so C should just be ch, because anything else that a C is used for, it can be achieved by a K or an S. Hi, Ganon. He's decided to be lovely. Hello, little buddy. Hey, buddy. I love my streaming partner. So cute. So envious of you. I'd love having Ganon toddling around. He's great. Except when he's a screaming monstrosity. Right, Ganon? You're great until then. The Donut Lord. The donut is eternal. It's just invisible right now. That's just how that works, you know. Just have to accept that it's an invisible donut. Ganon, you have a fan base. I have viewers. You have fans. Or a cult. The cult of Ganon. The donut is a metaphor for his power. You don't understand. It's about power! If anyone's been watching Markiplier lately, you'll understand what I'm referring to. It's about power! Let me go fetch my toga. Yeah. It's not a proper cult unless you're wearing togas. Oh, God. All right. Let's see here. So I've got that. I will definitely look into solution come summer. I need to be able to get myself a pet. I've wanted a companion for years. Yeah, donuts and toga hats. Or like donut chokers. You know, make chokers have a comeback. And yeah, pets are awesome, Loki. It's really hard finding a place that allows pets. Like, that was always, whenever I was moving, I was always drastically, like, limited on where I could move because I was a pet owner. Which, you know, is a darn shame. Heresy. Donut necklaces are for Donut Lord only. Okay, fair. That's fair. You own your home now, so you could tear down the walls and make one giant cat den. Not gonna, but you could. Well, there you go. Not that you're gonna, but the thought has come to your mind. All that power. I was gonna say, Warlock School, you came in a little earlier today, which is kind of nice. I felt really bad because yesterday when you came in, I think you came in at like the last hour, and I was like, "Darn it, I'm sorry, I'm leaving." It's always nice to have you. So glad it's not in the closing time. Do 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 do, and that got me a DMCA. Ooh, balcony into a one-person hot tub. Heck yeah. Growing up, my parents had a hot tub, so I grew up with the privilege of getting to know how like fun those are. Just like, it's freezing cold outside. I'm gonna go have a very hot bath. It's kind of wonderful. Okay, I'm getting a little annoyed by this paint. Do you see how streaky it is? No, you don't, because I haven't fixed the focus. There we go. I need to, like, what am I going to do with that? What am I going to do? Could maybe try brush it. Let's try that. So we'll just take some of this. Because I think the issue is this paint, the pigment is super, super chalky. So I have to be careful when I'm utilizing it. But what I'll do here is I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take a little bit of that. mix those two together. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. Let's see, is this gonna even it out? Maybe. Yes, it is. Cool. I'm wanting more like a little brush here. I feel like the brush I'm using is going to give Loki a heart attack. Hey Loki, I just want you to look at that there. I have what we call a Copenhagen shower room, which means that my bathroom is as wide as my door frame and less than 2 meters deep. That sounds terrible. Isn't that just like a closet? Like a closet with a shower in it? Yeah, me and Warlock School had the exact same reaction there. Does it have a sink? I have questions. Great minds. The one that I oh, okay. Chat's moving a little fast for me. I'll catch up as soon as I finish brushing. I did have a phone call. Who called me? I don't know what that number is. Okay, well, I will have to hope that they leave a voicemail. That one I can actually do. We have a large garden space, community, 51% of the owners agree that's cool, great minds. Oh yes, I forget. Actual closets. We don't build closets in our home, or at least not traditionally, so no closets. Those I have to set up in the rooms. Okay, yeah, so like as a furniture piece. It is a sink, a toilet, and a shower while sitting on the toilet. Fascinating. It's way too bright. I'm gonna definitely have to go over that later with like washes and try to grime it the heck up because it's starting to get too bright. But that's fine. What we're gonna do now that I've just done that, I'm gonna go back to creating what do you call them? Battle damage, wear and tear. Whoop, not there. Oof, no, that was way too big. So, idea typically for this is you want to focus mostly just on areas that would have friction to them. So, like, for example, given how the arms actually move in the games and stuff, they're actually able to move back and forth. So we would expect this area to be just bashed right the heck up. Like, there's no way they don't just destroy the heck out of their paint jobs in those areas. And even just go like that. Anywhere near the legs where they're going to get shot at, kicked, movement, dirt, rocks, all those good things. If you ever live in the countryside and, like, you know anyone who has a truck and they don't take care of their truck very much, they don't get it new paint jobs, and they just go on all the gross, dirty, like, not dirty, what am I talking about? Like, dirty. All the roads are dirty. No, the, like, out in the bush and they just get beat to heck. You know, there's overgrowth, the branches go and they just blast your paint job, stuff like that. I'm gonna know exactly the kind of, like, smacks that I'm talking about. Layers of glow-in-the-dark paint on them. By the way, Mellow Minis, if you add a true metal paint underneath the glow, the dark paints, really? Now that is interesting. I never would have considered that, but it would amplify it due to the reflection. I'm gonna have to give that a shot. Thank you for the heads up on that there, Warlock Squill. Or, not Warlock Squill, Loki. Right now, both of you guys speak in yellow font on the view that I'm looking at. And I don't have a way to change it, so. I had trouble using glow in the dark paint in a craft project. It was a good point. Cheap Walmart acrylic, but maybe that would fix it. It would probably definitely amplify it. Yeah. It's kind of the same reasoning that painting true metallics over black works really well, due to the way that they absorb the light. But having a true metallic to reflect the light, like a mirror, would work very well. Yep, exactly. It would be very cool. It's the same logic behind putting in an old oil lamp, putting in a sheet of mirror. It'll make the lamp brighter. That's why on flashlights, there's a reflective surface in the back. I just hadn't thought of that. It's a very, very good technique. Oh, there we go. Now you're blue. Now it's much easier for me to see. Thank you, Warlock Squill. Words are hard. My favorite streamer says that regularly. Loki knows exactly who I'm talking about. Dude, words are hard. Three of my favorite streamers say that. Okay. Well, the one that I sometimes see you in. Giggling Geekette is who I'm referring to. Although I've caught myself saying that sometimes too now. You figured that. Cool. Well, I thought I would clarify. Warlock Squill might not know who I'm talking about. Okay, so that works well with that. Let's see here if I go like that. So I'll probably see like a grind right there. From that. And then we'll see one right there. I've named 2 of the 3. Well, thank you. It's very sweet of you. Good, kind sir. And I thoroughly enjoy your participation in spending time in these streams. You have become a regular viewer, and I appreciate you. And of course, you too, Warlocks. Well, I appreciate you too. Don't you go saying that I'm saying I only appreciate one person. And to all those who are lurking, however many of you may be, I also appreciate you. I know there's at least one lurker. Hello, Paladin. There we go. It's another person I appreciate. Oh my goodness, that's too much paint. Ah. Huh. Just gotta yeet that off there. About the Dreadnought. You said just send them to me. I was joking. I have one more Space Wolves army. I can prime it up in very custom style. And my army... Is that, oh, I mean, you're making it a very tempting comment there. Like, that sounds really, really cool. But no, there's no need to send me anything. That is really cool sounding, though. Trying to create spots on it where like it would look like he would naturally accidentally smash up his paint job. After 4 Hellbrutes / Dreadnoughts, they lose their thrill. It'll be months before I bother with it. It's a cool model, and I'm looking forward to paint. And there you go. Yeah, but yeah, it's just so square. I understand that feeling. I understand that, Loki. I mean, like, you have to be able to be excited about your minis, right? Like, to look forward to painting them. And I know, like, for myself, a lot of the time, like, there will be some that I just dread. Just like there's no desire to paint them whatsoever. So right now, I'm enjoying treating myself with this Dreadnought. It's definitely a very square model, but I think like after painting like 30 of these, like it's the most exciting thing for me right now. And like it's turning out all right. It's not bad. Let's see here. It's getting somewhere. Speaking of which, let's put in some fluorescent on there. Love my fluorescent paint. And I got my UV light. And go. Woo. It'll get the love it needs. I won't go into details. 70% of the model is just airbrushing with the technique I have in mind. Airbrushing's fun. Airbrushing is super fun. Oh, I already have this on the palette. Perfect. Okay, excellent. Right, that is what that is? Yeah, that is what that is. I love that so much. It glows. You'll glow too. No, actually, it's funny that you mentioned the Hellbrute and stuff. Colin also sent me minis. Oh man, this is like too watery. Okay. Yeah, no, I do need to put on fresh paint on the palette, otherwise it's going to be a goopy mess. So a lot of these minis here are from Dark Vengeance. Like this is a Dark Vengeance librarian. Due to one reason or another, I've mentioned it on a previous stream, but when I was in between jobs, I had to sell off some of my models, and basically the models I had to sell away were my Dark Vengeance Chaos Marines, which were a very sad day for me. I had 3 sets of the Chaos, and I sold all 3 of them. Metal undercoat. I love the metal undercoats. They're super fun. Especially if you use like a chipping medium. There we go. Screams doom. Doom and destruction. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's try the metal undercoat. Yes, metal undercoat. So I've got this one over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab pure metal, because my other metal is mixed in with gray. Let's figure this out. This is going to be exciting. We're going to learn something here from Loki. So what Loki's saying is we want to paint that metal. So let that dry off. Yeah, I think that one's got a seam on it. Let's get rid of the seam. Thank you for the reminder there, Loki. Alright, so get rid of the seam. Top that off again with more metal. Just make sure it's nice and smooth. There we go. Much better. Shiny metal. Fine, I'll grab the shiniest metal. Yeah. This one's shiny enough for you. Shiny, sparkly. Oh, there we go. Alright. Shine it up. Shiny metal. Cool. So now it's a shiny metal. Wait for that to dry. Goes goblin and runs shimmy. Shiny between. Hi, Ganon. Okay. Are you dry? Yeah, you're dry. No, not quite. Alright. That should be good. Alright, so now we're gonna goop. So it's not dry yet. I can definitely notice how much brighter it is. As Kay says, what is it? Growing up is mandatory. Maturity is voluntary, or something like that. I can't remember. She has a thing that she says. All right, let's go with. Ooh, it is brighter. It's very bright. That very much does work. Well, I plan on picking up UV purple, or not purple, UV orange and UV magenta. And so I'm going to do UV lights for these guys. So I will give that a shot there. Hi, Ganon. Oh, you're so cute. I love you, buddy. Hi, buddy. Ooh. All right. So let's go back to rimming these up here. So we're gonna go there. We're gonna go do that. Go here because he can be like stuff like that. Because if you ever look at the animations for Dreadnoughts, UV orange, do pink metal undercoat. Yeah, I'm very curious. But like they move more than just up and down. Like these things have like a full range of motion. So like when he goes in and he goes like that, he's gonna scrape up all the paint there. He's gonna you know what? There we go. Actually, ooh, I wonder if this would work. I wonder if this will work. Let's try this. So I'm gonna put the paint there, and then before that dries, while I've got that, I'm gonna go. Do I get a mark? No, I don't. Heck, it was worth a shot. So we're gonna go right here. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna create it as straight of a line as we can. We're gonna go cha. Close. Let's see. Where else are we going to see a lot of grinding? Grinds my gears, I tell you. I'm going to see that there. I'm going to see that. Just to really try to make this like an interesting model visually. And of course, I still have to do inks on this. Getting close to closing time for the stream. I don't know who I'm going to raid today. Does anyone have any suggestions for raids? I'm going to have to figure that out in like 20 minutes. So I've got chores I've got to do before I work. Boxy boy, as in this guy. Is it he boxy boy? Maybe super thick metal, but it wouldn't look right. What do you think for in the future is undercoat the area with the metal and then literally scrape the top layer? So yeah, I have chipping medium that's specifically for that, Loki. So I've got the Viejo chipping medium. So what you do is you do your undercoat, you spray, or then you do a coat of the chipping medium, and then after that you spray water onto it, and you can take like toothpicks and you can scrape off metal. That is something that I'm wanting to experiment with. I just didn't really want to experiment with it on this model. I kind of like this one. I want to try that out on like a store-bought dreadnought rather than for my first time at least, right? Or like a store-bought like tank before I go testing out new techniques on models that are a little harder to replace. Mind you, I say that and I magnetized this guy, so like I'm not going to be able to get a replacement of this guy anytime soon. So if my magnetism went terribly wrong, that's irreversible. Which whatever. It's so funny that you say that you were talking about the Venerable Dreadnought, Loki. Because that's literally a model I've been eyeing for a while, specifically the Space Wolf one. Oh, jeez. But no, you keep that, because those are not cheap models. Those models are expensive, man. Ha! You got yours for hacking. Yeah. No, yeah, because this one came from, what do you call? Assault on Blackreach. And I mean, like, I got mine for free, too. It's just, like, I'll never... Like, I mean, but I think that makes your conversion all the cooler, especially because he's got, like, the big, like, freaking skull and crossbones. Like, I think that makes that one super cool. That's right. I was gonna write on this one and make good deals when I see them. Man, that's awesome. Yeah, I know, because those are like, they cost too much. I was gonna name mine. So we're gonna do here with this. I already had a name in mind here. I feel like that's only fitting. You guys can see what that says. In the whole Space Wolf stuff, I've painted I took from a former roommate. He wasn't using them, and he told me he wanted to sell them. Then I reminded him that he owed you a lot of money, so he gave them to you and agreed to forget about the money. That's hilarious. That's really funny. Need to redo this bit here, clean that up. Jesus, that is a lot of money, dude. I hope he got you a good lot. So he got off cheap. Not that he was going to pay you anyways. Yeah, no, in situations like that, it's best to just, like, make off with whatever you can. Because some people are just like that, just terribly misfortunate. Yeah, I knew guys in college that would, similarly, who owed me money and had clearly no intention on ever paying me back. Yeah, no, it's a good thing that you managed to find a way to get some sort of payment, even though it wasn't like the monetary value. Man, people suck sometimes. Really sorry to hear that there, Loki. I don't think you deserved that. I think you're, from what I have seen, you are a very charitable and generous person. And deserve a lot better than that. So I'm glad to hear that your life is going well right at the time being. Eventually you told him to move. Good. Good. Yeah. Sounds like he was a bit of a leech. Hopefully they managed to figure out how to stop being like that, but there's no way of like really knowing. And it's not your responsibility to take care of them, right? Alright, this guy is starting to look a lot better. I have terrible handwriting skills, but I wrote down here. See if I can make. I'm a big Doom fan, but I have terrible handwriting. Well, no, I mean, like, you just want to make sure that, like, your needs are being met. Like, I don't think that's greedy. I think that's just, like, understanding that it's hard to be charitable if you're struggling. And it's only once you have the things that you need that it becomes significantly easier to be more charitable. I don't think there's anything greedy about that. I think it's just the pyramid of needs. The things that we require to feel like we're safe. And once that's been met or satisfied, then it's a lot easier, significantly easier to be charitable to people. My friend who helped you renovate your apartment for free wanted nothing back and insisted, so instead I just gave him a ton of models and knew he was missing. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, just left him by his door. He knew it was you. Well, exactly, right? Like, I think that's lovely. It's one of my best friend's birthdays. It already passed, but given to the quarantine, I wasn't really able to drop by and give him a whole bunch of gifts or anything. But Saturday, after my stream, me and him are gonna go for a walk, and I'm just gonna, make sure I give him some gifts. He is moving, so I'm gonna try and make sure that it's nothing too big that's going to be a hassle for him to move with. Probably going to be like magic arts. Well, the model's definitely starting to look a lot more exciting, which makes me happy. But here I am. I'm going to need to head out. Oh, I missed one of your messages there. He was dishonest with you from the day that you moved in, tried to be a good guy about it, didn't think he did it on purpose, still don't think so these days, just that he's a childish idiot. We lived together for 3.5 years and he racked up a large debt during that time. Oof, that's unfortunate. It's important to treasure the true value in the world. That's right. Friendship is magic. Yeah, I will enjoy my evening. Again, massive, massive shout out and thank you to Loki for your magic is heresy. Exactly. I was very tempted to say friendship is magic and magic is heresy. You know the meme I'm talking about. Perfect. I had hoped someone would pick up on that. But yeah, thank you everyone. Big shout out. Thank you, Loki, for your wonderful patronage today. I really appreciate that a great deal. More than I think you expect. So, thank you and everybody else for attending. And let's clear off my table just a little bit here. It's very important that all of us get to have some form of social life during these trying times. So for me, you guys are my social life, and I think you guys are all wonderful, wonderful people, and I'm very thankful that you spend your time here with me. Also, I'm very glad that we got to spend this time together working on this, and thank you again, Loki, for your most wonderful tips on how to make this just kind of pop with that fluorescent paint. It's so exciting. I love that so much. Let's take a look at that again. Blah. There we go. Magic is heresy. Also a dreadnought. Shark in a Box is live. He's a new streamer. Yeah, let's go check out Shark in a Box. I like that. I'm all about the new streamers always really appreciate raids. And also go click on their icon when we get over there. Raiders don't count as viewers due to the URL. Alternatively, you can go into the address bar and you can delete the $ref equals raid, and then click enter. The stream should be uninterrupted, but it'll work, count for them. Anyways, thank you all so much, and I look forward to seeing you all on Saturday in 2 days. Have a lovely night and day, everyone. And then we got that. So 1 viewer, 3 viewers. Excellent. Great time.